First of all, can we just start with your team news, Aaron Moy, Rio Hatate?
Yeah, in terms of team news, unavailable tomorrow. Rayo, James Forrest, and Liel are all unavailable. Everyone else is fit and ready to go.
What are you expecting from Rangers tomorrow? Are you expecting much of the same as what you got at Hampden in your last game?
I think you're expecting a tough game. They're a very good side, and it's a big game. And in all big games, there's always there's a bit of an edge to them, and also that both teams are going to have their moments. I don't think it's going to be any different tomorrow, and looking forward to it. It's these are the games, particularly at home with all our support there. It should be a cracking atmosphere, and as I said, players and everyone involved are looking forward to the contest.
Hi, Ange. Ange, this game's going to be shown around the world tomorrow. First of all, what memories do you have of watching this game as a youngster growing up in Melbourne, or did you watch it growing up in Melbourne?
Yeah, look, of course I watched it. When it was on, and it's one of those fixtures that, as you said, globally attracts attention. It's a historical sort of game where, in terms of derbies, in terms of the city, that how much it means. So, all those kind of things. So, yeah, I always watched it. Obviously, I wasn't as invested as I am now. So, you watched it as a football fan, and always enjoyed the contest. To be fair, when I was national team manager and Tommy was playing, and he had a few good ones, I did have a little bit of a vested interest.
When you became manager, obviously that interest becomes a lot greater. What responsibilities do the players and managers have in this game to ensure it's a good contest and to show Scottish football in a good light?
Yeah, look, I think all we can do, all of us, is just play the game, and I think play it with a mentality of being really competitive and trying to perform to the best of your ability, and at all times be respectful of the fact that it is a contest. So that's all you can do. I don't think it takes anything special. I don't think you have to sort of adjust your behaviour. Certainly we don't feel like we have to do anything different tomorrow in the way we approach the game or the way we play the game. We want to put our best foot forward, play our football. It's been really good for a while now, excite our fans, and hopefully that resonates with people who aren't invested in the contest. We're just watching the game of football, that they enjoy it, and we can sort of contribute to that.
Hi, Ange. With the way the league table's sitting at the moment, games, of course, are running out. Just how big a step towards the title do you think 3 points would be tomorrow?
It'll be exactly 3 points, mate. I think without being flippant about it, obviously we're playing against a team that's closest to us. So, if we win the game, it furthers that distance. As you said, games are running out. We understand that, and so it could have a major impact in terms of, the end of the season. But ultimately, though, nothing gets decided on the weekend. And the players understand that. They're really good at sort of focusing on what's before us right now, and what's before us is we're playing a team that's second on the table, the closest to us, and we have an opportunity to extend our lead at the top. But irrespective of what the outcome is, we've still got to front up the following week and make sure we perform well again.
No away fans in for this game. How do you see that changing the dynamic of the game, if at all?
Look, I don't know. I mean, it's obviously we haven't had that many in sort of when we have in recent times. So, I'm not really sure how much of an impact that has. But what I do know is that at our place the atmosphere will be fantastic. The games we've had there, have been really good contests in terms of the atmosphere created by our supporters, the energy created by our supporters has just added to the spectacle, I think. And looking forward to experiencing that again tomorrow.
obviously you're saying the atmosphere tomorrow will be great from your own support, but Callum McGregor was saying yesterday he would actually welcome the sort of traditional 7,000 or so away fans in, because that gives something different. Is that something you would welcome seeing?
Yeah, I think I've said that on numerous occasions. That hasn't changed, but ultimately what we have to face tomorrow is 60,000 of ours, and I'm quite happy with that as well.
Just on the situation with the no away fans, Michael Beale had said earlier this week that he feels like that could put extra pressure on the referee, given that there is no away support. Where do you stand on that?
I don't stand on that anyway. I mean, I don't know. Does that mean 700 supporters would? I mean, I don't understand. So, look, I don't worry about that stuff. As I said, what's important tomorrow is we perform well in front of our supporters. It'll be a great atmosphere, and that's where our focus lies.
With Rio Hatate missing, how much of a big miss is he going to be in that midfield, given how he's performed against Rangers in these games?
Yeah, look, it's disappointing for Rayo more than anything else, because, as you said, he loves playing these games and he's had a major impact when he's played. So disappointing for him to miss out. He tried really hard to sort of be available, but it hasn't quite worked out. So you're always disappointed for the player that they're not available. But from a team perspective, I mean, we get Aaron back, and which is great for us. We've got good quality in that area of the park. I mean, last week we had to play without Aaron and Rayo, and the boys handled it really well. So, from a team perspective, still confident the team will put out there will be able to perform at the levels we need.
Just a quick one, Ange. Obviously, this will be now the 9th game you've played against Rangers since you came here. What's your thoughts on the current structure of playing potentially 4 to 6 times against opposition in a season, depending on the cup ties? Would you be in favour of the league reconstruction where you wouldn't play these games so often, or do you think it adds something to the tie?
Look, I understand the question, but I'm just all consumed about winning a game of football tomorrow. That's and I think that's what our supporters would demand of me, that there's a game tomorrow. It's pretty important to us, and I'd love to have this broader discussion at the appropriate time, but my headspace right now is on one thing, and that's getting this team ready for a big game tomorrow.
Yeah, it's completely understandable, and obviously you've got players like Alistair Johnson who've come in and they've slotted right into the team. When you're looking at signing players like that, how much on the inclusion within the squad is placed on the transfer as much as the talent? Because he's someone who's come in and seems to completely understand the club and he's really got up to speed very quickly.
Yeah, look, I think it's a combination of things. It's one, as you said, it's the player themselves in terms of the kind of person he is and the personality, and we try and, there's no sort of exact science to that, but we try and get characters and personalities that we think will fit into the culture. And the second is, the group, the way they embrace new players into it. I mean, it's like, it's like anybody, you go your first day of school, and if no one sits with you at lunch, then, mate, you're not going to really be buzzing about the day ahead, but, they're not, to be fair, no one sits with me at lunch, but I've adjusted well to that. The group's really good at sort of anyone new coming in, making them feel welcome and sort of, whether that's the leaders, Callum or the other boys, sort of, making sure that they feel comfortable, or just the rest of the guys doing that. I think, the environment that's here helps that quick adjustment, and then ultimately, but it's down to the play. Alistair's come in and he knows he's coming in mid-season to a team that's going well, and he knows that he's going to have to perform really well to make an impact, and he wants to make an impact. He wants to take this opportunity, and he's done awfully well for us, particularly at a time, obviously, with Tony Ralston being injured as well. So he's fit in really well, and as have all the new boys, Yuki, Tomoki, Big O. I think all the boys have settled in well, so I think it's a combination of all those factors.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be 60,000 wanting to buy you lunch if we get the 3 points tomorrow, so all the best.
Don't say that, mate. I don't need another lunch, that's for sure.
I thought O was excellent off the bench against Ross County. He really added a different dynamic to the attack. Was unlucky not to score. I even thought in the League Cup final he was really effective and kind of driving us up the pitch the last kind of 15 minutes of that game and seeing it out. Is there any chance he starts tomorrow, or is it more a case of using him off the bench where he's been kind of really effective?
No, they're all a chance, mate. It just depends on sort of the way we start the game. But I think we've shown particularly this year that just as important as who starts the game is who finishes the game. Because as you said, last week, we needed the players coming into the game to make an impact, and I think they all did, and we've been doing that consistently. And he's settled. O's settled in really well again. He's really been embraced by the group. He's working hard at training. He's looking stronger and stronger each week, and he's really determined that whether he starts or he comes on, he's going to make an impact in the game of football. And we see it in training every day. So he's been. He's been a fantastic addition for us, and I've got no doubt he'll make an impact, whether that's tomorrow or for the rest of this year and beyond. He'll be a very good player for us.
Absolutely. Just as disappointing as with Rio missing out, I guess it presents a huge opportunity for someone else within the squad to play in such a huge game. I thought Awata again was really good in the cup final against Rangers when he came on, and he was quite tidy against Ross County. Is this potentially a big moment for his Celtic career?
Yeah, no, I thought, Tomoki handled it well last week. Again, he's a player who's, he's probably a bit more experienced than the other lads, and I know him well, so I'm pretty comfortable, with his progress, and I know what he can deliver for us. But as I said, we've got Aaron back, we've got Tomoki available, there's Matty, Turnbull, Callum McGregor. We're really strong in that midfield area, and that gives us some real options in there. And we're going to need them tomorrow, whether they start or they come off, or they're coming to the game later. It's going to need every one of us, every one of the boys to get the job done. And they're all ready to go. They've had a good week of training, and got a group of players who are ready to perform tomorrow.